and welcome to another segment of
Breaking down the deck. God
And
damn.
today we are continuing with the Final Fantasy theme, and we have a special deck for you. And what is it, Andres?
Well, it is no other than Sephiroth planet's hair.
Wow, and you have to show the sleeves.
Oh yeah. I actually just bought the sleeves here, so yeah, it's like the same artwork. So come on.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's super nice. So Sephiroth is 4-color, 4 generic color with Demir 1 blue and 1 black. It's a 4/4 with vigilance. When Sephiroth enters the battlefield, your creature opponent's control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever opponent's creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Sephiroth. So it's like I build him as a Demir control deck.
Of course, it's you. You always control, no matter which deck you place. It doesn't have to be blue. But it's always control.
I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like a hardcore Demir control deck, and I really enjoy playing with him actually. And I choose this Sephiroth because I think it's like board wipe from command zone. It's pretty strong. It's actually pretty strong. Stronger than I ever thought about that.
I mean, if people are playing like token decks, a lot of small tokens, you just get rid of them.
Oh yeah, and he grows so much. You can actually shot people with commander damage as well. It's super good.
Very scary.
But not said, so because I want to show you more stuff, more goodies in here.
Let's see how scary it is.
It's not scary. It's just Sephiroth. So I'm back with Sephiroth planets here. The Sephiroth planets here is actually the starter Sephiroth from the starter deck with the cloud there. I really love this art scene because if you're a Final Fantasy 7, you are a Final Fantasy 7 fan. Come on. Who can you say no to Sephiroth with this beautiful long hair here? So yeah, he's a board wipe from command zone. Really cool. So I'll put him, like I said, as more as a commander. But before anything I start, I want to show you the game changer card in my deck. And it is on Moxsphere is ranked as 4. Thanks to these 4 game changer cards. Narset, Frizzy Study, Northern Chief, and Bula Citadel. You can see we don't play nice here. We don't, people. We are the mean bad guy Sephiroth, and of course we don't play nice. So yeah, Narset is super good, Planeswalker. Your opponent cannot draw more than 1 card each turn. -2. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, no-land card from a mountain and put it in your hand, and the rest at the bottom of your library. So you can see huge value with card selection for the top 4 and card advantage there. Not only that, the opponent is like a stack piece. It's super good because making sure we control the board and the hand as well. But it's super crazy. I know why it's on brackets. No, game changer card. If I should remove any of those, I should remove that one or the Notion Sheet because they're really super mean cards. Why? I will show you more later. But talking about Notion Chief, it's a creature with Demi color with 2 generic, 3/1 with flash. When an opponent draw a card, except for the first one, he or she draws on each in his or her draw steps. Instead, the player skip that draw, and you may draw a card instead. So let's say if I do a windfall or something like that, and the player draws 7 cards, now. Not Chief saying no, and let me draw the card instead. So super mean cards, but like I said, we have the bad guys here. Free study, you know it. Look at this beautiful art. It's a 1 blue, 2 generic. When an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless the player pays the 1. Pay the 1. Bula Citadel, legendary artifact for 3 black and 3 generic. You may take a loop card after the library anytime. You may cast lands and spells from the top of the library. If you do it, you may use the life as the mana. And then last one text is tap, sacrifice 10 no land permanents. Each opponent lose 10 life. We will never use the last one because we don't have so much, and we actually reduce the opponents to have so much. So, but these are the all 4 game changer cards. Put you here. Something good line with Sephiroth is actually Naha. Naha is a legendary bird for Bloom Barrow for 2 black, 3 generic. It's a 6/5 flying tramper. Ward, discard a card. Creature opponents control get to have base toughness 1. So with Sephiroth enters, of course, he's like signature board wipe on everything. It's super good. It's super great combo here. But Sephiroth is not the only board wipe, of course not. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards that is more board wipes. Toxic Deluge for 2 colorless and 1 black. When it cost additional cost is spare per X life, all creature get -X in the end of turn. It's so great with Sephiroth because I can pay 3 life. All creature get -3, and Sephiroth will grow or the creature dies. So it's a great way to have Sephiroth still on the board. Language for 2 colorless, 2 black, all creature get -4. But we already have counter of Sephiroth. Let's see, he's already out. It doesn't bother him. It's like he stay here and he create even bigger. This is like a super funny card with Sephiroth. yo, listen to me. Massacre is a 4/4 for 2 black, 3 colorless menace, which enters battlefield. Each creature gets -1 in the end of turn. But whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre gets -1 in the end of turn. She creates every person who play with her knows she's really nasty. Like if you have like a token, she enter -1 on that token. That token dies. Or creature have already -1. But she sees the creature die, so the effect happen again. Additional -1. So make sure your opponent has 1 toughness creature, 2 toughness creature, 3 toughness creature, and continue on so you can ball wipe the whole board. But with Sephiroth here, each time it happens, he grows. So he doesn't bother with her ATP trigger because he grow, each creature to die, he grow. So it's like, but the thing is, make sure that your opponent doesn't have not a lot of 1 drops or like 1 toughness creature, because otherwise he will be died before anything. So you have to be really cautious about that. So make sure your opponent doesn't have a lot of one toughness creature, and make sure so you can go to full effect with these 2. Massacre Worm, come on! How can you have not Sephiroth with Massacre Worm? Did Sephiroth do this? So it's a 6/5 with 3 black, 3 colorless. Enters the battlefield, creature opponents control get -2 in the end of turn. Whenever a creature opponent dies, that player loses 2 lives. That is super great with life loss as well. And of course we play so many board wipes, so of course we need to have so many removers. So I have all these cards. So let's go. Snapback. And Snap is not remover per se, but it's a great way to remove like pesky gods like gods or something like that Sephiroth cannot take down. Snapback. 1 blue and 1 colorless. You may accept a blue card for your hand and rather play this mana cost. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Not only that, it's really a good way to bounce back out Sephiroth again if you need to. Snap. Return target creature to its owner's hand and tap 2 lands. That is super good because it actually pays for itself with 1 blue, 1 colorless. And once again, we can save Sephiroth with this, or we can bounce something really annoying. Slaughter Pack for 0 mana. But destroy target non-black creature And at the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 1 black and 2 colorless. If you don't, you lose the game. So make sure you have the mana to pay it. Bongify. Destroy target creature. It cannot be generated. Its controller create a 3/3 ape creature. Rapid hibernation for 1 blue. Destroy target creature. It cannot be generated. Its controller puts a 3/3 green frog lizard creature into the battlefield. Terror. Wow. Amazing artwork, by the way. Destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature cannot be generated. Go for the draw. Destroy target non-artifact creature. And these two have for 1 black and 1 colorless. Inferno Grasp. Destroy target creature. You lose 2 life. I will butcher this name. Shieldred Edit. Instead of 1 colorless and 1 black, choose 1. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Each opponent sacrifices a creature token, or each opponent sacrifices a planeswalker. So it's really good with multiple choices there. Dismember. 2 black for extra mana and 1 colorless. Target creature get -5/-5 in the end of turn. Super great way to play Sephiroth. First, and make sure you have like 1 mana over. Then play Dismember, like make sure to get rid of the pesky creature, because that creature will have -7/-7 then. Overkill! I love this card. The creature get -9,999 in the end of turn. I really love this card. Sephiroth Intervention. Insta for 1 black and 3 colorless. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. I really love this because you have Sephiroth in the art form. Come on. Field the Profane for 2 colorless and 2 black. Destroy target creature or a planeswalker. On the backside can be a land. And then we have our counter magic here. I call it as remover as well, because take 1 card to remove 1 card. An offer cannot refuse. Insta. For 1 black, counter target no creature spell is controller create 2 treasure token. Wash Away could be one of my favorite blue cards actually. For 1 blue, you have cleave cost for 1 colorless and 2 blue. But counter target spell it wasn't cost from its owner hand. But if you play the cleave cost, counter target spell. I take a pack. Spear Pierce is my favorite. Spear Pierce, counter non-target creature spell unless the controller pays 2. Flusterstorm. For 1 blue, counter target insult sorcerer unless the controller pays 1, and he has storm count. It's a great way to win against us. Counter war. Argente 9 for 1 blue and 1 colorless. Counter target spell is control may draw 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. You may draw 1 card. Counter magic and draw power? Count me in. Delay. Counter target spell. This spell was countered this way. Remove her from the game with 3 time counters in that. Instead, they put it in the honest graveyard. So it's a great way to remove and buy you some more time. Negate. Counter target no creature spell for 1 blue, 1 colorless. Mana Lake. For 1 blue, 1 colorless. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 3. Counter spell the OG counter target spell for 2 blue. And not only that, the list is a Goblin Boogwald Traveler. 3/1 when it enters the battlefield, exile target player graveyard. And on the backside, it can be a land. I got it as remover because you can remove a person's graveyard there as well. So you can see we have a lot of counter spell and a lot of removers. Like I said, we are playing the me colors here. But the reason why we play so many counter and a lot of board wipes here as well, for one of my favorite cards all time in Magic, Rise of the Dark Realms. This is actually, I can say, like a what the fuck win con. For 2 black, 7 generic sorcery, put all creatures card in a graveyard to the battlefield under my control. Is like super great. Not only we have a Sephiroth that board wipes opponents, board wipes, and a lot of removal spells. We can use those creatures in our command, in our control as well. When we cast this one, super great card. I really love this one. So that always I have in mind. That's why I want to build like a control deck, because of the Rise of the Dark Realms. And of course, why not play 2 Exile Return to the Battlefield Flickers effects. As in Flux, exile target creature control, then return to the battlefield is during its owner's control. Is a spirit, get a +1/+1 counter. We don't care about the spirit, but we do want to have multiple trick of Sephiroth or Massacre Worm or Massacre Girl. Make sure like we get all the counters. Sorry, use also an insta for 1 blue, 1 colorless. Exile target creature control, then return to the battlefield under owner's control. It's a pirate, exile this way, draw a card. Sadly, Sephiroth is not a pirate, not a board wipe thing, but I'll use these 2 cards because it said return is owner's control. Let's say someone take our Sephiroth away from us when it's a really huge creature. Play this one, we get it back as well. And of course, we have 3 tutors. Monitor the Mixture, counter target spells or sorcery for 2 black, but he have Transmute for 2 blue and a colorless. Transmute, discard this card, you search your library with the card with the same mana coverage for this. Reveal it, put it to your hand, then shuffle your library. Use it as a sorcery. Wishclaw Talisman is an artifact for 1 black and 1 colorless, and to defend battlefield with 3 wish counter for 1 generic. Tap it. Remove a wish counter and search your library for a card. Put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Your opponent may gain control of the wish card talisman. Activate as display only in your turn. So this is a really great politic card as well, because you play commander. Maybe like if you feel like stuck in a way, you can like, oh, you know what? I can use this. Help like Sarah. You can have this wish card talisman as long as you promise you give it back to me. But we need to maybe find an answer to David, or need to find an answer to Frederick there, or whoever we're facing there at the moment. So it's really good political card. And at least the last tutor card is Waterlogged Teachings. Hybrid, the mid color for, and 3 generic. Search your library for an insta card or a card with flash, reveal it and put it to your hand and then shuffle. It's a great card to make sure we need to find our answers, remover or counter spell here. And something you know, people, something you know, I love drawing cards. So why not have one of the best cards ever, Mystic Remora. It's a charmer for 1 blue. Community upkeep 1. When our target opponents to Sephiroth cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 4 for that. 4 extra. Ponder. For 1 blue is a sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put them back in any order. You may shuffle your library. Then draw a card. Brainstorm. Insta for 1 blue. Draw 3 cards. Then put 2 cards from your hand on the top of your library of any order. Pre-order. Scry 2. Then draw a card for 1 blue. Yeah. This is a Japanese saying the dividing top, but basically tap 1, scry top 3 cards, and for 1, and tap 1 to draw a card and put this on the top of the library. Dog deals. Each player discard the cards in their hand that draw that many cards -1. Windfall. Each player discard dog deal and windfall are 2 generic, and with the windfall has 1 blue and dog deal has 1 black. Yeah, back to windfall. Each player discard their hand and then draw cards equal to the greatest number of the card that a player discard this way. So it's really good. Whispering Madness. For 1 black, 1 blue, and 2 generic. Each player's got his hand, then draw equal the numbers of cards that player has got this way. It have cheaper as well. Trick to time. Delve for 2 blue and 6 colorless, but it's an insta, and he have Delve. Come on, you never bait his 6 color, you always bait the 2 blue here. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 cards in your hand and the rest at the bottom. And of course we have this beautiful seahorse. Horsefish, actually. Wow. Wavebreak Hippocamp is a enchantment creature. Horsefish, 2/2. For 1 blue and 2 generic. Whenever you cast your first spell turn, each opponent's turn, draw a card. Morbid Opportunist for 1 black and 2 colorless is a 1/3. Whenever 1 or more creature dies, draw a card. This trigger only once each turn. Yeah, we have ways to kill our opponent's creature. Archmage, I will butcher his name. Archmage Immunitus. I hope I said it right. For 2 blue, 2 colorless, and 2/2, Magecraft. Whenever cast a spell or copy an instant sorcery, draw a card. Archmage of Runes. Look at this badass. Giant Wizard for 3/6 for 2 blue. 2 blue and 3 colorless. Instant sorcery you cast costs 1 less. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, draw a card. So why not have all this beautiful draw? But like I said, if you want to turn down the deck, make it more friendly, these 2 could go away. Because have like a wheel effect in your hand with the Dark Deal, Win for Whispering Madness, and have these these 2 out is so mean. I'm not joking. It's super mean, super mean. I myself, when I play some kind of windfall or something like that, I make sure that I have none of these 2 because I don't want to be so mean to my opponent. I want to still like have people enjoy the game. But you, whatever you want to do. If you want to be super mean, go ahead. But for me, like, it's still like a casual game. Come on. If it was CDH, I understand it better, but not a casual game. So go back to some protections now. Of course, we have gone to matches to give us some protection, but we need kind of more because Sephiroth will grow big as well. So one of the good protection is Spare Kite for 2 generic. It's a 0/4 friction horror artifact creature for because I lose my name, the name of it, Phyrexian Mana Blue. Change target spell or ability to spell cut instead. Wow. Hydroelectric Specimen. It's a 1/4 with flash for 2 generic, 1 blue. When I enter the battlefield, you may change target spell, instant sorcery with single target to Hydroelectric Specimen. And of course, on the backside, it can be a land. And of course, Etherflux Reservoir. It's an artifact for 2 generic. Whenever you cast a spell, gain a life for each spell you cast this way. Pay 15 life, Etherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to any target. Where Etherflux Reservoir used to be in like a storm deck, stuff like that. Make sure you're popping off, make sure you're killing a holy taper. But here is a really great way to make sure Sephiroth stay in play because people will target this one instead. Make sure like you don't pop off. But the life gain each time you cast a spell, like a counter magic or something like that, it does its work. It give us a way longer to fight the good fight here in the game. So with that, we now go to the most boring part of the game, if you can say, the ram and the lance. So we play Alphabar Ritual. It's an insta for 1 black and 1 colorless. At 3 black in your mana pool, threshold. At 5 black in your mana pool, if you have 7 more cards in your graveyard. Calling the Weak. Sacrifice a creature at 4 black for 1 black. Dark Ritual for 1 black at 3 black. Ever for a challenge. It's a 0 artifact, but you can multi-kick. Each time you multi-kick that, you get a charge counter. So you can add a colorless for each charge counter on that. Soul Ring, come on, you know it's gonna be here. For 1 colorless, you can add 2 generic. Wayforce Pauper, for 2 mana, it costs 1, but with 2 I can tap it, sacrifice it, search your library for basic land, put it in the battlefield tapped. Dimir Signet. It's an artifact for 2 colorless. For 1, I can tap it for add 1 with each Dimir colors. Doff Wester, no maximum hand size for 2 mana. I can tap it for add colorless mana. Talisman of Dominance for 2 mana. I can tap it for a colorless, or I can pay out a life to add the blue or black mana in my pool. Fellow Stone for 2 generate mana. Add 1 color when I tap it, a land upon its control. So it's really good. Arcane Signet. For 2 mana, add 1 color add 1 mana of any color from your commander's identity. Mindstone. Add a colorless for 2 mana, or I can tap it for 1 mana, sacrifice it to order to draw a card. Now to the lands. Forbidden Orchard. This is actually super good. Not combo, but a good line. And also well, it's a really good politic tools as well. Forbidden Orchard is a land at 1 color of any mana, but when you tap it, you give opponent a 1/1 colorless spirit creature. So let's say I tap it, I give Sephiroth this beautiful colorless spirit creature, but maybe tap it for play out Sephiroth. Sephiroth sees this, it gets -2/-2, it dies, and Sephiroth grows even bigger. So it's a great way, have like give them a card, or give them a card like in is someone popping off, like, oh, do you need another creature to order to protect yourself for that person, or make sure Sephiroth grows even bigger. So it's Forbidden Orchard, it could be one of the best land in this deck actually. Command Tower, add 1 mana of any color of your commander's identity. Gemstone Mine, enter with 3 mine counters on that. Tap it, remove 1 mine counter, add 1 color of any color. There's no mine counters on it, sacrifice it. Reflecting Pool, add 1 mana of any type of land you control can produce. Blast of Heroes, more protection spell for Sephiroth. It's a land at 1 color less, or I can tap it at 1 and any color, spend it as a legendary spell. Or I can add 1 mana of any color along the permanents I control. Or for 3 mana, tap it. There's a lot of text here. Exile Blast of Heroes, target legendary creature get hexproof, indestructible until end of turn. Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana of any mana pool at the land of opponent could produce. Drunken Bones. Enter the battlefield tap unless you control an island or a swamp. Add 1 blue or 1 black. Underground River. At tap it for a colorless or deal damage to order have 1 black or a blue. Shipwreck Marsh. Enter the battlefield unless you control 2 or more other lands. Tap it for a blue or a black. River Tears. Add a blue. If I play a land this turn, add a black. Tainted Iceland. Add a colorless. Add a blue or a black only if I control a swamp. Shock NC. Enter the battlefield. When I enter it be, I may reveal an Iceland or a swamp from my hand. If I don't, I enter tap. And of course I can tap it for a blue or a black. Socken Hollow. It's an Iceland swamp. Really important to have. And the battlefield tapped unless I go to 2 or more basic lands. Filthy Pools as well has an Iceland swamp. It's a land type. And to feel better tap, or I can cycle for 2 mana. Ice Stunner is an Iceland swamp, and of course I can add blue or black and the battlefield tapped. Dark Water Catacombs. For 1 colorless, I can tap it for add 1 black and 1 black and a blue. Groom Lake Ventures. I can tap it for a blue, or I can tap it for a black, as long as I can throw an Iceland or a swamp. Oh my god, I will push this name. Demir Okotupe. I don't know why I see that. But it's a bounce land. When I enter the field is tapped, when I enter, return a land to control. But when I add the mana, I add a blue and a black in the same pool. Morphic pool. Enter the battlefield tap unless I go through 2 more opponents. And of course I add 1 black and a blue. Water Grave is a shock land. And of course you have Iceland and Swamp is a land type, really important to know. Enter the battlefield tap unless I pay 2 life. Mixture Sentry is Iceland is a type, and battlefield tap unless I got a 3 or more Iceland. When I enter the battlefield and tab, I may put a target sorcery or instant card for my grave on the top of my library. It's a super great card to recycle or board wipes or removal spells. Castle Lock Rain. Enter battlefield tap unless I go to a swamp, add 1 black, or I can add 2 black and colors to draw a card and lose a life equal to the number of cards in my hand. Card draw, always good to have. Bujuka Bog. Thank you, Sarah. Bujuka Bog and the battlefield tab. When I enter battlefield, exile all cards for target player's graveyard. And of course, I add 1 black. Lonely Sandbar. Enter battlefield tab, add a blue or can cycle for a blue. Barrier Moor. Enter tapped, add a black or cycle for a black. Regularly Tower. God damn, I'm losing my words here. No maximum hand size. I add a colorless. War Room. Add a colorless, or I can for 3 tap it, pay a life equal to the number of color of your commander's entity. Draw a card. Feel a Ruin. Add a colorless, or for 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice it, destroy target no basic land the opponent control for each player. May search the level for a basic land and put it in the battlefield tap, then shuffle the library. It's a great way to remove like Pessicos, like Maze of Ends, perhaps. Scavenger Grounds. Add a black. For 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice it, and exile all cards from all players' graveyards, even yours. And of course, I have 2 Swamp and 2 Iceland with a Final Fantasy art. Woo! So yeah, that was my Sephiroth. Demir control. So back to you, Sarah.
Wow, okay, that was super scary.
No.
That was very scary. And I understand the way you built him, because your deck isn't creature heavy. It's more killing our creatures.
Yeah.
In response, you have a lot of instants, crazy, like over 30 or something. And yeah, you have a lot of ways to get our creatures minus.
Yeah.
So you just kind of board wiping our creatures.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Oopsie.
That's not fair. And he's getting so big every time.
No, it's just baby. He's the baby.
Yeah.
No, but the thing with real Sephiroth, they're like all the different, not combo lines, but the good value lines. Like yes, we got the Maha Birth, the Bloom Barrow, the Legendary Birth, get all opponents go to base 1-on-1 and 1 with Sephiroth out is like a clear board wipe there. He grows so big, and not only that, with the land to give you opponent spirit is so good with Sephiroth, because when I blink Sephiroth and when it enter from the back command zone, it dies. It's like, of course I will give you a token, but whoops, it died same moment.
That's so nice of you. We were receiving a gift which immediately gets taken away from us. Don't you just love it when that happens?
That is the Sephiroth way.
Yeah, that's how Sephiroth give gifts.
Yeah, exactly. What, by backstabbing people. Oh, spoiler! No, but so it's really different. But I saw a lot of people like being more blinks effect to get more around Sephiroth. But for me, like it does not fit good. Because, like you say, it's not a heavy creature deck. You don't win with a lot of blink. Gary does not do so much either. But Masquerade World is a great edition. Maha is a
Yeah.
great edition. Interflex Reservoir as well is a great edition because I play so much instant, I draw so many cards.
Exactly.
It's not a storm deck, but it gave me a way to stay in the game much longer as well. So yeah, but
And also using like Etherflux Reservoir and stuff, it's a good way to make us waste our resources on getting rid of that.
Exactly.
Because that's not your big like win thing. Anyway,
Yeah, that's something really good with Spare Kite as well that misdirect remove a spell from Sephiroth to itself, or put like bait like Narset the Planeswalker there,
Yes.
or like you said, eat Frederick's through the make sure the people target those first. But when people see Eat Frederick Reservoir, they automatically think, oh, you're gonna win. It's like a storm deck. It's not, but it's
but it's still a problem.
It's still a problem.
Though we should be focusing maybe on Sephiroth.
No. So I have like a different lines there, but they all pay out at the end. But yeah, I really like I really like Control. So Sephiroth Plan is here. I think it was really good actually.
Yes, thank you so much, Anders, for showing your deck. And where can people find you and your deck?
Well, you can find me on Moxsphere by Epic Andres. So yeah, check me out. And Sarah, where they can find you?
You can find me on Sarah of Horror everywhere and on Moxfield as well, and check out my decks there.
Yeah. Check out our decks, come on.
And also let us know what you think about the Sephiroth upgraded deck here.
Yeah, exactly. It's the starter deck, but like I said, I put some goodies here, lads. Let's do it. Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with more Final Fantasy stuff.
Take care, people.
Bye.
Bye.